Hi, my name's Adam. I'm at Roma Street Station in Brisbane, and today I'm going to be travelling on the electric tilt train to Rockhampton in central Queensland. The journey is approximately 640 kilometres and will take just under 8 hours, and we'll be travelling in business class. So come along and find out what it's like. In today's video, we'll take a look at both the business and economy class seats as we reach the train's top speed. Discover the food and drink options and get to enjoy some of the beautiful scenery. Platform 10 is the departure point for most long-distance services from Brisbane. Major intermediate stops on today's service include Maryborough West, Bundaberg and Gladstone. You can check in luggage at the eastern end of the platform. Luggage check-in closes 30 minutes before departure. There's a cafe and an air-conditioned waiting area on platform 10. You might need the AC as it can get quite humid in Brisbane. I still have a couple of hours to spare before the train leaves, but we can see our train arriving on platform 3. This is a service from Bundaberg. There are two similar tilting train services in Queensland, one electric, the other diesel, both operated by Queensland Rail. The electric tilt train was introduced in 1998 and can tilt 5 degrees in either direction. This allows it to maintain a higher speed than otherwise possible on curves. The electric tilt train runs as far as Rockhampton, while the diesel version, named the Spirit of Queensland, which you can see here, continues to Cairns. Here's a closer look at the diesel tilt train in Townsville. I'll be reviewing that train too, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Roma Street Station is Brisbane's main railway hub. Within the modern station, you can find the heritage-listed station building dating from 1873. Brisbane has a population of about 2.6 million people, and the CBD is located in a peninsula of the Brisbane River. Time to head back to Roma Street Station to catch our train, which has now made its way over to platform 10. Our train comprises 1 business class carriage and 5 economy carriages. In 2015, the tilt trains were refurbished to extend their working lives. Wi-Fi was also added. Time to hop aboard. I'm in car A at the front of the train. You can store luggage in the vestibule if you'd rather not check it in. Seating in business class is in a 1x2 arrangement, which is great for solo travellers like me. This car also features spaces for wheelchairs. The train can seat 27 passengers in business class and 260 in economy. This is the 2-seat configuration. And here's my solo seat, number 16. It certainly looks comfortable. There are overhead lockers for smaller bags. The seat features a cup holder, power points, a footrest, a seat back pocket, and a tray table.
Morning there, ladies and gents, and welcome aboard this tilt train service. Today we're travelling northbound all the way through to Rockhampton, and we're stopping at all intermediate stations. Folks, we're ready for a departure here today in just a few minutes, so if you could please take your allocated seats. Any visitors left on board the train, now is the time to make sure that you're off before the train departs. And gents, and welcome aboard our tilt train service. As I mentioned before, we're travelling north all the way through to Rockhampton, and we're stopping at all stations along the way today. My name's Alex, I'm the train supervisor for this journey today, and alongside the rest of the onboard crew and the drivers, we're all here to make sure that you have a safe and comfortable journey. Because there's a bunch of track work taking place out the back of platform 10 there on our normal route out of Roma Street towards the northern suburbs. Because of that track work, we needed to wait for the train to arrive on platform 10 today, and we did leave at 11:30 now.
Shortly, catering staff will be making their way through your carriage, taking orders for those of you who wish to order lunch today. On the menu for lunch today, for a cost of $9.50, we have a roast pork with vegetables and gravy, teriyaki chicken and rice, penne bolognese, or a cheese tortellini with creamy mushroom sauce. For $8.50, we have a chicken Caesar salad, or a chickpea and pumpkin salad. $7.50, ham and salad wrap. For $5, meat pies or spinach and ricotta rolls. And for $4, sausage rolls. All of these items will be prepared and delivered to your seat.
Business class passengers receive a complimentary orange juice or water after boarding. There are meant to be newspapers, but none seem to be available. Movies and TV shows play on the overhead screens. You may have heard that today's service is running a slightly later schedule than normal because of track work, but I received no advance notice of this from Queensland Rail and didn't realise until I arrived at the station. Before long, we were in Nambour, on the outskirts of Brisbane. Our first stop after leaving Brisbane is Caboolture, 50 kilometres north of the CBD. We'll soon be on the Sunshine Coast. These are some of Brisbane's oldest electric rail cars, built between 1979 and 1986. These sets are currently being phased out. I really enjoy the sound of the horn from the front car. The train finally reaches its top service speed. I love it when a train beats road traffic. Lunch is served at 12:30 p.m. The crew come through with a trolley to deliver it. This is the teriyaki chicken with rice. It tastes fine, about what you'd expect for a $9.50 microwave meal. Other than the welcome OJ, no food or drink is included with first class fares. We're now in the Sunshine Coast hinterland. It's single track north of Maryborough with passing loops at most stations.
Once again there, ladies and gents, and welcome aboard for those passengers who've just joined us here at Landsborough Station. Folks, we're now coming through the train checking rail tickets for those of you who've joined us at Caboolture and Landsborough.
I found the free Wi-Fi to be quite slow. We've just passed through Malula, which is a local Aboriginal word meaning either place of black snakes or place of snapper. The scenery transitions from suburbia to hinterland and pastureland. Let's take another look at today's route. After leaving the Sunshine Coast, major stops will include Maryborough West, Bundaberg and Gladstone. Queensland was the first jurisdiction in the world to adopt narrow gauge for its main lines. The majority of interurban trains from Brisbane terminate in Nambour.
Good afternoon there everybody, Alex the train supervisor here. Now we are a few minutes away from Nambour Station on the right today. Now we don't actually have anybody that is booked to leave the train at Nambour, but I just wanted to let you know ahead of time that we're crossing over with the southbound train here at the station. What we'll be doing is pulling up to the platform, making our stop, picking up our people. We'll then reverse backwards to clear some space on the platform for the southbound train. What this means for the passengers on board today is that we are trying to make this stop just as quick as we can, and we don't want to leave you behind on the platform, so I would ask that you please stay on board the train. All we want to do is pick up our passengers nice and quickly, move out of the way for the southbound so that it can make its stop at the platform, so please don't leave the train here at Nambour. Thank you very much.
As the train supervisor, Alex, explained, after picking up passengers we reverse to allow the southbound train to pull into the station. This will allow us to head north again on the passing loop that has no platform. Here's the Brisbane-bound tilt train stopped at the station. Let's check out the toilet. This is the accessible bathroom on the train. It's big, clean, and has what you need. Not much else to say really. That's Mount Ninderry in the distance, 304 metres above sea level. We overtake a freight train.
Ladies and gentlemen, the galleys located in Car B and Car E are now open, offering a selection of food and beverages for purchase.
Let's head to the Onboard cafe, which they call the Galley, for a coffee. Well, that was a fail. They only had instant, and yes, I'm fussy with my coffee, so I went for a soda water instead. Another freight train.
I've changed for the better this time.
This service is now approaching Karoi Station. Customers leaving us at Karoi, please prepare to do so.
I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright.
Karoi is near the end of the interurban Sunshine Coastline that runs from Brisbane to Gympie North.
Things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on.
Passengers on the tilt train get complimentary headphones. And here's the menu. There's 2 galleys, or cafes, on the train. The one that we visited earlier and one further back. The prices are reasonable. There's also an entertainment guide.
Please listen out for the station announcements and the whistle before we leave. This is Gympie now, right hand side, and we'll be here for a few minutes if you do need a breather on the platform. Thank you.
Passengers get a chance to stretch their legs in Gympie North. Gympie North is the most distant station from Brisbane on the South East Queensland network. Back on board, and it's time for a cup of tea. Only card payments are accepted because of the pandemic.
Way back
they give you this handy carrier bag. I also got a Lamington for a taste of home. Balfour's was founded in Adelaide. It's $5.50 for the Lamington and tea combo. We're now on the approach to Maryborough. You could call Maryborough the Tilt Train's spiritual home. The sets were built here by Walkers Limited, now part of Downer Rail.
Way back a year ago.
Maryborough West is located about 9 kilometres from the township it serves. The station opened in 1989 as part of a new alignment built during the electrification of the North Coast line. Maryborough is about 30 kilometres from its twin city, Hervey Bay, and together they form part of the Fraser Coast.
We ask you have your tray table in the lowered position and the money on hand. For your safety and the safety of
Next stop, Howard.
we also ask customers for a
Well, good afternoon there, everybody. Alex, the train supervisor here, with a bit of an update for you regarding running time. Folks, we're doing quite well for time. We just left Howard Station there. Let's do a little bit of mental maths here. 7 minutes late. So that is according to the new modified timetable, where we left Roma Street about half an hour later than normal today.
We reach top speed on approach to Bundaberg. Subtropical Bundaberg is dependent to a large extent on the local sugar industry. Most of the raw sugar is exported. The city is also known for Bundaberg rum, made from molasses, which is a byproduct of sugarcane. Quite a lot of passengers get off or on here. Bundaberg is served by 4 afternoon tilt trains a week, in addition to those that continue to Rockhampton.
Your tray table is properly secured. While moving through the train, please ensure that you utilise the grab rails and seat backs. Customers are advised that it is an offence to smoke on Queensland Rail platforms and on this train. Smoke detection devices have been fitted to all areas and fines may apply. As this is a licensed venue, customers must not consume their own alcohol while on board. For your convenience, you'll find the amenities located at the end of each carriage behind the yellow doors. If you're travelling in Car A, the amenities are located at the rear of your carriage, behind a blue sliding door. There's an entertainment system in your armrest. Headsets are located inside the seat pocket in front of you, and details of the onboard entertainment can be found in your complimentary Onboard magazine. As many of our stops we make along the way are brief, please remain on board this train unless you've reached your destination. Further announcements regarding catering will be made shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey.
The Tilt train set an Australian train speed record of 210 km per hour north of Bundaberg in May 1999. It remains the only time a train in Australia has exceeded 200 km per hour. Unfortunately, because of the track and curves, the train only gets to maintain top speed for short stints, so the travel time isn't too dissimilar from driving. Time to stretch the legs and walk the length of the train. Economy seating is in a 2x2 arrangement. Economy seats have a tray table and footrest. All seats face the direction of travel. There's a USB charging port under the armrest. I'm always impressed by the rivers in this part of the world. Coming from South Australia, the driest state in the driest continent, only the Murray River really compares. As you can see, there's plenty of space for luggage. Here's the galley in Coach E. It's worth noting that mobile phone reception can be a bit patchy north of the Sunshine Coast. And now we're back at the galley in Coach B. There are drinking fountains in each carriage. I picked up this beverage on the way back. It's a Shiraz and it cost $7.50 and was chilled, which I don't normally do with red wine, but I found it really enjoyable. We're now arriving in Miriam Vale, a town of about 500 people. One disadvantage of sitting on this side of the train in the afternoon is you get the sun. There are curtains, but I prefer to enjoy the view. The Tilt train to Rockhampton departs Brisbane every day at 11 AM, except for Wednesdays. There's also an afternoon service on Tuesday and Sunday, noting that that service doesn't arrive in Rockhampton until very early the next day. So, how much is the fare? B Quick fares are advance fares, through which you can save up to 40%. An economy B Quick fare from Brisbane to Rockhampton is just over $100 Australian. The business class fare is about $157. You can also choose your seat. We're now on approach to Gladstone, which is home to Queensland's largest multi-commodity shipping port. The Port of Gladstone is the world's 4th largest coal exporting terminal and is served by coal trains up to 1.7 kilometres long.
Good evening there everybody, we're now approaching Gladstone. Gladstone is on the left hand side today. Items of checked in luggage will be made available outside of carriage E, that's towards the back of the train, and we'll be here on the platform for about 2 or 3 minutes. This is Gladstone, now left hand side today, check baggage at the back of the train, carriage E. Thank you very much for travelling with us folks, we'll see you next time. Welcome to Gladstone.
It's fun being able to hop off to stretch your legs. The friendly staff make sure I don't get left behind.
Sorry, they're all done with the ramp, so I don't want them to blow the whistle and you know.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the galleys located in Car B and Car E will be closed for the day in approximately 10 minutes. If you would like to purchase any last-minute refreshments, please make your way to the galley now.
As we're not too far from our destination, what did I think of the Tilt train? All up, this was an enjoyable, relaxing and comfortable way to travel. The food could be improved, but the prices are fair. It's very much a case of you get what you pay for. Now that it's dark, there's not much to see. Daylight saving is not observed in Queensland. We arrive in Rockhampton about 30 minutes late, which is disappointing given the train was already on a later than usual schedule. Rockhampton is the terminus of the electrified line from Brisbane. The city is known as the beef capital of Australia. Checked luggage is available for collection on the platform. The North Coast railway line to Cairns runs down the middle of a residential street in Rockhampton. It's fascinating to see a freight train trundling down a public road. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Hope to see you soon.